there's that question I ask myself of in my pursuit to end oppression, am I being oppressive? And that's what I'm always living by is am I adding to the very thing I'm trying to extinguish or transform, or am I meeting it from a different place, from a duality, to alchemize it? And so in these moments when you're asked to pick a side, and I'm so not a side picker, like my history and how I was born, the family I come from, I can't pick a side. That's the beauty of growing up the way I did. So there's too much non-duality in my personal history to
Yeah, and
think that way.
same here. I come from divorced parents, and literally,
Yeah,
as you can see, my podcast is called The Middle Way. So I mean, it's a
there you
problem
go.
for me too. But yes, please.
And I love that, and that scares somebody because when you see someone shaming someone into accountability, first of all, let's go back to what I said about couples and relationships. That's their strategy. That's not who they are. I don't see that person as bad or malicious. I don't even see them as narcissistic. Like I wouldn't use those identities with them. They're scared. And their strategy for trying to find safety, which is everyone's strategy is I'm trying to find safety, is to get people to agree with them. Because they think if enough people agree with them or do the thing they want to do, something's going to change. In this case, the war will end or a ceasefire will occur. And so people will settle into their bodies and they're looking for that settling outside of themselves. So this is what we get when we're trying to find safety outside of us. We're getting shaming into accountability because I need people to not disagree with me on this because it's very dangerous if you do. Now, whether it's true or not, I'm not going to decide if it's to whom I decide if it's true and if they're right or not. It's about to me the relational posture, and this is where the somatics comes in. What does it feel like in my body when I demand something of you? What's the quality? Is that like an open quality? Is it a subtle quality? Or is it a really constricted, painful quality? And to be demanded of and to reflexively perform to meet the demand of the mob asking you to do so, what does that feel like in your bones? Does that feel like love? Does that feel like connection? To me, it feels like a tether and it feels really oppressive and burdening. So this is where that fawn response comes in, the people pleasing mechanism, especially for people who are online or have any kind of large audience. They feel this need to appease their audience so they can feel safe because they're looking for safety outside of themselves.
Hmm.
But when people come to me with these demands, even with intense, I mean, like vitriolic comments to shame me into believing something or rescinding something I said or making me say something I didn't say, I'm so sturdy in my sense of self and my true love for them. I know what it's like to be that desperate and scared about something that I'm not in that reflexive place where I'm going to
Hmm.
acquiesce.
Hmm.
So there's a capacity for their conflict to continue
Hmm.
rather than I'm going to hashtag or say the thing they want me to say so they settle. I don't need them to settle. They can be as crazed or happy as they want to be because it doesn't affect where I'm at. And so I'm using it as an example somatically. I don't know if it goes into where you're headed to, but that's really the way I show up to these experiences. And people are like in a desperate way to change someone's opinion or to have someone perform something and make them feel better.